I don't even care if they have Harden or not. Him and Joel Embiid, and then you build around that.
Swung on, hit in the air to right field and deep. It is high. Barkley takes it all the way. Bryant for the win.
I know Matt's gonna love this. Karl Anthony Towns saying, "When my time is up and I retire, there will be people that say I changed the game." So, Ahmed, Cat comes out saying that he putting himself up there with the greats, essentially, because if you're changing the game, you've got to be one of the best, right?
I don't know what podcast like this was said on.
Pat Bev.
And listen, bro, I love Pat Bev. Of course, it was a Pat Bev fucking podcast. But bro, I love these podcasts, like especially these fucking player podcasts. JJ Redick, Paul George, they're great listens. But like they give way like sometimes they need to understand that like we can hear everything they say, right? Especially Karl Anthony Towns.
The mic is live.
The guy's stats, his stats are like all time. Like the guy's for his career is like 23 and 11. But it's like you are such a forgettable player because you haven't accomplished anything at all. At all. Like, yeah, you're a 6'10" guy who can shoot threes pretty good. Yeah, like but a lot of dudes can, like Brook Lopez can do that right now. Like, come on now, bro. So it's these podcasts, bro. Like they get way too loose on there, I think. Way too loose.
I think it's also them trying to like bring themselves up and give themselves credit, especially for like social media clout. Especially because these player podcasts really do.
You can just lie though.
Look, NBA Central just picks it up and posts it because they know they'll get clicks. So, my question is,
and it wasn't like out of context. It was like he actually thinks that. He thinks that like he's like an all-time, great player that we will never forget, a future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. That's what he's saying.
My question to Karl Anthony Towns is what did he change about the game? Like, he's not even calling himself a great player, a Hall of Famer, like you're saying. Obviously, it comes with the matter of he changed the game. My question is,
I think it's the fact that like he played in the skills like tournament. I think he won like a 3-point contest or something like that, or like he did pretty good in it. Like like there hasn't been a guy like over 6'8" who's competed in like a 3-point contest unless it's like Larry Bird. So like he does shoot the ball very effectively for a big guy like 6'10", whatever he is. But like you still haven't accomplished anything at all. Like if you retire tomorrow, like it's like, oh, okay.
I don't even think he's a Hall of Famer, dude. Not even close.
No, not at all. Not at all. What are you talking about? It's just stats right now. A lot of guys have stats.
It's funny you mentioned Larry Bird, because that's our next and final Twitter subject that we're going to talk about. So, Dennis Rodman, I don't even know if this was on the podcast or whatever. He said, if Larry Bird played in this era, I think he'd be in Europe. There's no way. I think the kid from Denver is better than him. By the way, this was in response to a question on whether Larry Bird could beat LeBron one-on-one. So that's why he said there's no way. So,
that's two different that's two different things. But,
it's within the thing. So he was in response to Larry Bird, whether Larry Bird could beat LeBron one-on-one. He said if he played in this era, he'd be in Europe. There's no way he'd beat LeBron one-on-one, and Jokic is better than him. So, I mean, we could really break that down all three ways, and I'm gonna say this straight up: would he beat LeBron in a one-on-one? Probably not. Would he be in Europe if he played in this era? Absolutely not. He'd still be a fucking Hall of Famer, one of the best to do it. And is Jokic way better than him? I don't think Jokic, maybe skills-wise, is as a package. Great passer, fucking big man, able to shoot threes. But is he a better basketball player than Larry Bird? Not in my opinion.
This is just so many things with this. So many things with that.
Dennis Rodman.
First off on Jokic, listen, bro, like I've been on Jokic for a very long time. Like I've been like there was a time, especially in that 2020 bubble, where he's going up against the Lakers. I'm like, yo, this might be the best player in the world, but he just can't prove it. And this year he has proven it that he's the best player in the world. And he should get all this respect. Like, this is a top 25 basketball player of all time, and he just entered that right now.
Yeah.
Right? 2-time MVP, Finals MVP. You know, his resume is elite. But like comparing him to like Larry Bird and stuff like this, or putting them in the same sentence, it's like let's relax now. Like bro, Kevin Durant hasn't passed Larry Bird yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
Um, has not passed Larry Bird. It's not even. It's come on. Like, what are we doing here? Um, Larry, for me, and it's funny that like this is just like being brought up because I was thinking about it the other day. I was watching old Magic Johnson, bro. Magic Johnson in today's NBA, being what he can do, especially like he got to a certain point in his career. I think like in the late '80s, early '90s, where he was posting up dudes. In today's NBA, he would be the best player in the league, and it would be like him, and then number two would be Larry Bird, best player in the league right now. Right now,
Right
obviously,
now.
LeBron is not in his prime.
Okay, okay. I
LeBron
was
is
just
not in his
about to
prime.
ask. I was just about to
LeBron's not
clarify
in
that.
prime, but he would be better. But they would be better than Jokic. They would be better than Giannis. They would be better than all these guys. That's
Really.
I'm just telling you right now, especially Magic Johnson. In today's NBA, Magic Johnson. Oh my God! Even though not a great shooter,
I was
but
just gonna
he would
say,
take over games. He would take over games without shooting. That's how dominant he
listen,
would be.
he
I'm
was
just like
six
that's my
eight,
opinion.
right? 6'8" point guard. Magic
I think
Johnson,
yeah, he was just
he
6'8",
was
6'9".
huge. Whatever, he was huge as a point guard.
Can run the floor.
Funny though, because if you ask me who's better, Curry or Magic Johnson all time, I'd say as a
No, I
skill,
think Magic Johnson is is the greatest point guard of all time.
you don't think it's close at all.
I think
As
Magic Johnson is
resume
closer
as
to
well.
is close. Well, yeah. I mean, bro, Curry's like that. You know, like he like it's LeBron and then it's Curry in this generation. You know,
Yeah.
Curry's like that. His last championship was really put him up there like that. Um, but in my opinion, Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time,
Hmm.
and I think he's closer to being the greatest player of all time than being like top 10 or like
Then like
11
Curry is to
range.
him.
That's where Curry is. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like Magic Johnson, there was a time in like the mid '80s where like you could probably say he was the greatest basketball player of all time. Him and Larry Bird were the greatest we've ever seen until Michael Jordan,
Uh,
and it was Kareem after that. Oh,
and
or
bro,
before that.
Larry Bird, like playing in Europe today
I
is
guess
such a horrible. Like I don't even think we need a.
oh, it's Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
I
I
don't know
don't know
what's
what
going
the
on with
fuck
that
he's
Bulls
on.
team, bro.
I don't know what.
Scotty's saying stupid shit.
Oh shit.
Dennis Rodman is doing crazy shit.
Maybe the
Michael Jordan is selling teams.
Michael Jordan questionable draft pick. So I don't know. Maybe they were roided
Oh,
up
Brandon
and
Miller.
like it's the after effects now. All of them are losing their minds. Dude, Larry Bird
Nah,
was a
bro.
fucking skilled shooter, tough as nails.
There's
killed it
nothing
in
he
today's
could do.
NBA.
He couldn't do. There's nothing especially in today's NBA.
Oh
Oh
my,
my God, bro, stop it,
no
bro.
defense.
When I think about today's NBA, Malik Beasley. There was a time where he averaged 20 points in
True,
today's NBA.
true.
20 points. So don't tell me about today's NBA, bro. Like, come on, bro.
So we'll go back to the NBA, obviously. Let's shift gears now to some soccer, some footy. Ahmed, of course, first topic he slapped onto our topics list right away was that Man City treble.
Like,
Um,
you know, it's been a while and we were supposed to record.
yeah. Uh, Obviously Tiku couldn't be here today, so
Oh, wonder why, bro.
I think he's glad he missed out on this topic. Maybe he was trying to dodge it. Man City's treble. Listen, there's not much to say. They finally won a Champions League they should have won a while ago. The treble, United, it was in their hands to stop them. FA Cup final, we didn't. I'm not too upset. I'm not stressing over it. I don't really care. It was bound to happen. I'm kind of.
like that's the one thing that separated Manchester United from everybody else, and
I
now it's
think,
gone.
bro, they're still
You're
a
obviously very upset.
I agree. Okay, but see, I thought I would be upset, but after, I was like in the mountains when this was happening. I didn't even watch the Champions League final. I had no hope. I thought Inter would get smashed. So I didn't like when I was told that Albert, who we've had previously on the podcast, told me, "Oh, Man City won full time, 1-0,
A fraud.
or what was it, 2-0 or 1-0? I don't remember. Anyway, I was like, okay, I don't really care. It happened. I expected it. I'm not stressing, and that's just the way I look at it. It's done.
Yeah, but if you watch the game though, if you watch the game, then you're like, oh man, Inter, you really fucked it up.
We'll see. I'm glad I didn't.
Lukaku,
I saw the
Bro.
clip of Lukaku hitting the ball with his head as it's going, like being Man City's best defender. So see, this is why I don't stress, bro.
Crazy.
It was just like, bro, you can't get luckier than them. You have 115 financial fucking accusations. They're not even supposed to be playing in the Champions League right now. They were supposed to be banned for 2 years, and they got off on a technicality. It's just a bunch of bullshit coming into play for them. I don't really care, man.
I think I think that stuff like definitely count like it definitely counts when you're like comparing them to like Barcelona's trouble, Bayern Munich's trouble, Manchester United's trouble. Like those teams are organic, all-time great teams. And this team was obviously, like heavily funded, I guess you could say. But you still need to go out there and do it. And the fact that they trouble, I mean, Pep has answered all the questions. Like, it was like, oh, no, you have to win a Champions League with this team. He's won a Champions League. He's obviously already dominated England before that. Uh, I think the only question is with the other teams that have done it, will this team be remembered like them? And like, where do they rank? I think I think they will be remembered because of one guy, and that's Haaland, because it was his first season, because he scored the amount of what yeah, like 58 goals, whatever it was,
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
60 goals
yes,
for a
ridiculous.
striker. Scored 36 in the Premier League. Yeah, I mean it was a monster season for him, and it was like the perfect season. Like everything they would have fucking imagined, it just went through.
Yeah,
And yeah, so I think because of him, they be like, oh yeah, that was the Holland team that won the treble. Yep.
yeah, especially you know, I doubt they will win again. I think next year is going to be tough in the Premier League for them if we can get the right ownership in time, get some good transfers in.
Bro,
Um, Go ahead.
the way their players speak now, it's like, bro, they don't even look at Champions League anymore. Like, oh yeah, bro, like everybody gets one. Like all the top teams, all the top players get one. I mean, not Manchester United or Arsenal or whatever it is, but all the top players get one. Like
Yeah.
Muller was starving for two. Like Gundogan's gone because he won the Champions League. Like they offered him a deal. He said no. I want to go to Barcelona
You think that
or a
plays a
team that's.
you think that plays a factor and that's going to stop them from
I
winning?
think
You think they're going to be
I
too
think
relaxed now?
bro, this was bro. You could see the celebration, bro. They like this was a long time coming, but it's like okay, you got one. You should have had like more than that already, but whatever. You got one. Congrats, a treble, right? Congrats. But it's they're like, oh, okay, that's it. We're done with the Champions League. What?
You
What?
know,
That's a small club.
what have I always
Like
said?
think,
What have
in my
I always
opinion.
said about Champions League? I said City, what's stopping City from winning the Champions League is a culture. They got to the final once. They got to the semifinals multiple times.
But
At
they got
this,
Holland. Bro.
and they got Holland, obviously, but they also started breeding that culture. You know what I mean? Once you go to the semis and the finals, like you're a Champions League team at this point. You're not like PSG. PSG, they get to the semis to the finals once, twice, but City's there.
Yeah.
They were the favorites like 5 years in a row now. So I think that
Yeah.
culture is now inscribed in the club. But, but if what you're saying is true, and they've won it once and now they're satisfied, then that culture is out the
That's
window. They're a one and done team, and that
I'm
would be
telling
great.
you, Bernardo Silva gonna be out, right? Phenomenal player, obviously. Riyad Mahrez probably gonna be out. Gundogan probably gonna be out.
He's already out.
Kyle Walker,
Gundogan's gone.
Kyle Walker. Oh yeah, I said yeah. Kyle Walker gonna be out. I don't know, bro. First of
Jack
all four
Grealish,
players
schmizzed.
that are like, no, no. I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere. Four
No,
players
but
that
I'm
are
saying
like
he's shot. He's
world
drunk for
class
the whole
for
incident.
them. Oh yeah, whatever. I just think like,
Yeah,
bro, like obviously with the players that they're linked to, top players. I
they're
mean,
bringing in
Guardiola,
Kovacic,
Declan
Declan Rice. They
Rice.
put in a bid for him today.
So obviously, if they acquire and then just regroup, then yeah, they'll be right there. And then they have players. I mean, exactly what Bayern always do. Once they win a Champions League, then they get young, talented, like upcoming world class players that want to win the Champions League. A guy like Thiago, who obviously saw Barcelona do what they did, and said, "Oh, obviously want this so bad."
Yeah,
Leroy Sané, guys like that, obviously hasn't worked out, but yeah. So
we'll see what happens with them. I think they are one of the least like the lamest teams to win a treble though. You made a good point about comparing them to like a
Oh, bro, and the
Bayern.
final was absolutely horrendous. The
Yeah,
final, horrendous. The
but
final.
Champions League finals have been dog shit in the past few years in terms of like entertainment
I mean,
value.
listen, like
Maybe
if
we were
you're a fan
spoiled.
of those teams, bro, if you're a fan of those teams, that is the hardest 90 minutes ever.
Of course.
Especially if it's 1-0. Oh my
Of
God,
course.
one goal separates. Yeah, so like
But
I don't think the fans. I
maybe
mean, the
we were
fans are like crazy about it.
maybe we were spoiled by that World Cup final, bro. That World Cup final was
Yeah, but that
absolute.
whole World Cup was just didn't make sense, bro. That World Cup made absolutely no sense.
That World Cup final was.
Ah,
Give me another one of those, bro. Let's move on. Speaking of the World Cup final, Messi to the Miami Heat. I'm sorry to the Inter Miami whatever the fuck they're called.
It's a Marlin.
Uh, I'm surprised. Have we seen Messi in a fucking Miami Heat jersey Photoshop? Probably, right? I'm willing to bet so much money before he went into Miami. Thoughts?
Fucking massive. Are you crazy? I was about to say Leroy. Lionel Messi in
Leo Messi.
America. This is like amazing. Even though like I mean, bro, I was just watching some of his clips from the World Cup. Like the guy is still one of the best players in the world. On his day, he's probably still the best player in the world. The fact that he's at that age already here, the fact that he, obviously decided against that move against Saudi Arabia with the money that he would have got. Oh my God. Oh my
Well, he
God.
got
So
plenty
like,
of money from Inter Miami too. Come
yeah.
on.
I mean those shares of Apple rights. I mean, you're totally right, but like still, he could have gone to Saudi Arabia, follow everybody else. He coming to America, bro.
But
Like, United
okay,
States of America playing soccer here, bro.
okay.
Against fucking Sebastian Giovinco, whatever his name is, bro. Come on,
Do
what
you
are we doing?
think? Do you think that people are not giving this as much criticism as Saudi Arabian League for no reason? I
What?
mean, why they're not though? Messi's making a
Yeah,
shitload of money going to Inter
no.
Miami.
It's not about the money with Saudi Arabia. Obviously, like with the money, but like with like Inter Miami are not spending 100 million to sign a player or offer them 100 million a year
I'm willing
to
to bet
pry away
Messi's
a world
making.
class player in his
I'm willing
talent
to bet
in his
Messi.
prime.
Who'd they get in their prime, bro? And if you're gonna
Bernardo
be a good
Silva.
league, if you're
Bernardo
gonna be a
Silva
good
is
league,
going over there, bro.
okay, we'll see. But who in his prime? Bernardo Silva's like 45 years
Kareem
old, bro.
Benzema just won the Ballon d'Or last year. They're the
And
reigning
he had a hard.
defending Ballon d'Or
But
winner
he's
in
on.
Saudi Arabia,
Come on, he's on the cusp of the end of his career. You know that.
bro.
He's not doing
Well, no,
anything
but
crazy.
still,
He's
I
gone.
know,
He
but
was
bro,
gonna.
they're
Real Madrid should have got rid of him after
If
he won the
Bernardo
Ballon d'Or.
Silva, but there's been players who signed there. I mean, Conte is like what 30. He has injuries, but still, like
He's
he's
done though,
like one of the
bro.
best midfielders in the world. If Bernardo Silva goes there, then you have nothing to stand on, bro. The guy is like 20 years old. I like there's other players that have gone there. Telling you
I feel like
that are
I
like
like
still young.
I like the Saudi. Oh, yo, Bernardo Silva is 28. This motherfucker's young, bro.
A
I
rat, bro.
think
What a rat.
I see nothing wrong with the Saudi league. I had no problems with the Chinese league either, dude. If the Premier League signs all these players for hundreds of millions of dollars, inflates the shit out of their
First of all,
like someone like Mbappe, bro. Mbappe is making net probably 200, 300 mil a year at
if that's the
PSG.
best player in the world.
But Messi was making
And
like
first of all,
rightfully so. But what's wrong with Saudi Arabia paying Ronaldo, who
what's
just
Holland making right now? He's making like
Haaland's
I
making
saw something that came out. He's making 800.
865K a week,
That's fucking crazy.
a week,
Man,
and he
he's making
deserves it. But he deserves
860K.
it.
I don't know, like 860K, bro. Like Lewandowski was on 400K, and he was like,
Well, that's because your club is
"That's a
bummy.
lot."
That's not Lewandowski's
We're
fault.
talking about 400K. That's crazy, bro. Even Messi was like,
Messi was
Messi at
getting
his
paid hundreds of
peak
millions.
was a million.
No,
Was
that's
getting
bullshit.
a million a
He
week.
was getting paid hundreds of millions
Saying a
as
million a week.
bonuses. But he was getting paid 100 million plus as bonuses outside of salary.
But going back to Saudi Arabia, right? They already have like a record of not paying all their players, right? Not paying their wages,
I did
right?
not know that.
They already have this. They do, of course.
Really?
They have human rights issues, right?
Yes.
Which obviously is like so hypocritical, or whatever. It's
That's
whatever.
a different conversation.
But
Yeah.
but the fact that they can offer these players these crazy, ludicrous contracts is a big problem for not only for a team like Bayern who has to beg a president to spend 100 million, right? Even for Manchester United, Real Madrid, PSG, any team,
Yeah.
You cannot compete with a country, bro. You
You're
cannot
not
compete with these teams.
no team
And
is touching
and
that
bro,
salary.
no team. And bro, they're for real about like really making this league. I mean, I think I saw it was ranked first of all crazy that Ronaldo was playing in the 58th ranked league in the world, bro. But bro, like that's gonna be top 10
But good for
in the next
them.
in like by 2 years. But how they're doing it is it like they're
But they
buying
have no
football.
other
Like
option. They have
they
no other
can't.
choice
No.
buying football. PSG
What are you talking
bought
about? They can
football.
organically grow it.
They
It's Saudi
can't
Arabia.
organically
Everybody
grow
there
it.
loves
It's not
football.
how it
Everybody.
works. Did the
What are you
MLS
talking
do it
about, bro?
organically? Did the MLS do it organically? Absolutely not.
I mean, they signed like players
Beckham,
at their
Gerrard,
absolute
Rooney, blah
and
blah blah.
at their
Ibrahimovic.
absolute end.
It doesn't
And
matter.
at
So are these players. Conte's a
no, bro.
retiree.
It's just, bro.
Koulibaly's
I'm telling you,
trash.
it's dangerous. It's dangerous, bro.
You could say
And
that.
like right now, you're looking at it. Oh, is this the old players or whatever? Maybe have 2 years left that are going there, so it's not really a problem, right? But I'm telling you, in like 5 years, right, where that kid from Fenerbahce, what's his name, Arda Güler, whatever,
Yeah,
who's like who right now is gonna go for 18
top
million,
talent. Yeah.
right? Bro, I'm telling you, Saudi Arabia is gonna put a bid in for him for 500 million if he's that guy. They're gonna do that, and then
Okay.
nobody can compete with him,
Good.
and then he has to go there because the contract is gonna be like you cannot say no.
I have personally, I don't care. I want the Saudi league to be
But and I'm pretty
successful.
sure like they don't have any like that what's it called, FFP, financial fair play. I don't think they have that, bro.
Well,
I don't even
that's
think
no,
they're
they
like
do. That's a
governed by
FIFA thing.
UEFA.
That's a FIFA thing. They have to have that.
Okay, but there's no way right now like they're complying, bro. They're buying four players who are all like on crazy wages. Like makes no sense.
That's something I gotta
Come
look
on, bro.
into. I'm actually curious about that FFP rulings.
And,
But
and they
personally,
just
the
signed
way I look at it
Rogovic,
is
Minter.
European teams have had a monopoly, especially the top five leagues for the past couple years. That's their fault, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah, but it's really just two teams, right? And it's been PSG and Man City that really have like a stranglehold, and Real
It's
Madrid
not just
sometimes.
them. It's not
But
just
like,
them. The whole
yes,
Super
it's
League.
them.
The whole
Everybody else can
Super League
compete.
was an
Everybody can
attempt.
compete.
The whole Super League was an attempt to be a Saudi league. All of it. And I know a lot of people hated it. I didn't. I thought it just needed to be refined. But, bro, these
No,
top
bro,
teams
you're
want to do
just
the same thing Saudi Arabia is doing. They just can't do it because they don't have that type of money supply. But I guarantee you, if Manchester United stumbled upon $500 billion of oil reserves, they're putting in a $500 million bid for Mbappe. They're just like they have some certain
bro.
regulations,
If
but they
this
don't let
keeps
the
going
little
like
teams
how it
do it.
is, then Saudi Arabia is gonna be the Premier League in like 10 years,
Beautiful.
right? And then Manchester United is gonna be like El Nassr was like fucking 5 years ago.
Absolutely not.
Just that's what it is, bro. Like your best player is gonna be uh, uh fuck David De Gea because even they don't want him, which is
he's
crazy, so
he's
bad, bro.
gone,
Which
bro.
is so bad.
He's gone.
That's so bad. Even Saudi Arabia don't want you, and like he's a big name, obviously, but still,
I'm
even they
willing
don't
to
want
bet
him.
he's gonna be gone. I don't know.
Whatever,
Listen. I didn't mind the Super League. I don't mind the Saudi Arabian League. I love
bro.
competition.
If they want to get Sadio Mane for 100 million,
Yeah, you wouldn't mind if they come knocking at your door.
I
There's
I
just
I'm
no one's knocking.
I'm still on the Sadio Mane. He's got one more year left for me, but if they
Uh,
want 100 million, I won't say no to that.
I'm willing to bet though, bro. They're not making crazy bids though. That's just Chelsea money laundering. But
It's bro. I'm saying their salaries, the
the
bids,
salaries,
whatever.
yes.
The bids are actually normal.
The salaries,
Salaries
yes.
can compete with them,
China did it.
but that's what the players do.
And I want to say something. Saudi League, if you're watching our podcast, which I'm sure you are, you guys need to like properly like I want to watch this league, but I don't know where. They need to like make some deals with like uh ESPN or something to get this league
Yeah,
popular.
ESPN's
Because,
gonna make a deal with Saudi Arabia, bro.
bro,
Wake the
go
fuck up, bro.
crazy. You know how many people tune? I don't know how or who with what. They need to
Bro,
find a
like
way to get on people's TVs so that this league
bro,
can
like
actually grow.
being sports.
Fire.
Maybe they signed like a thing with Peacock because I think like Live Tour is on Peacock. No,
Who?
Live Tour, the LIV tour,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, it is. But that's a golf thing. Peacock has like
Yeah, but that's also Saudi
exclusivity.
Arabia.
Yeah. Listen, I
I mean,
want to watch
like they're
this
pretty much
league.
doing the same thing.
Put it on my TV, man.
There's sports watching.
Find a way to get it to me. That doesn't include $500 a year streaming service. Please.
Yo, and I'm gonna be watching that, bro. And especially if they keep signing players like that, I'm gonna be watching.
Yes,
I watched like the first game Ronaldo played, bro. Like, come on now.
so did I, but I had to go through torture to find
Nice
that
going,
game.
bro.
Yeah, fucking find a way to get it on our TVs, and I would love to watch it. And if you have any commentary positions open, at $600 million a year, I know Ahmed is ready to go to Saudi Arabia. So am I. So for $600 million a year, you get the whole Shirts versus Skins package, no problem. So, anything else you want to talk about transfer wise?
Oh, I mean, this obviously big news for Manchester United. They're 0 for 4 so far. I think it seems Mason Mount is their top guy.
Mason Mount's coming for free. I don't mind.
He's not coming for free, bro. If he's on a free next year, he's not coming to Manchester United. He's gonna go to either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or something like that. Bro. I'm telling you, he just is. He just is, bro. If you let it to go to free, he will not be Manchester United. Get him now, or I don't know, like what's gonna happen, bro. Get him now, bro. If you're gonna spend 55 million, if you're already being played like a dog by Chelsea, by the way, you're being played like a dog. To offer 55 million is already crazy for a guy with 1 year left, who's not even in like the plans of the manager.
Yes,
honestly,
he is.
bro.
What the hell type of misinformation are you spreading? Fake news media.
Where's he playing? Where's he playing?
Bro, I
Where's he
don't
playing?
care where, but
Where's he playing?
the reports are Ten Hag wants him, bro.
Yeah, Ten Hag wants him. I'm saying Pochettino doesn't want him.
Oh. I thought you were saying
Pochettino
he's not
is. I mean,
Oh,
maybe he would like to keep him, but like he wouldn't mind whatever. If you want to sell
He's a
Mount,
valuable player,
sell
bro.
Mount.
He's young.
If it was Lampard, yeah, it would be a different situation. But yeah, like Mount, what a 1 year left. I mean, listen, he's a good player. He's still young, English. I get the hype around him. He's a good player. I mean, could play in like 3 different spots. But like 55 million for a guy with 1 year left in his contract is like only Manchester United would do that. And the fact that they stopped, like, oh, okay, 55 million is way too much, bro. And especially if 3 more million, like, just gets the deal done, then you're already being played, bro. Who cares? If you really want the player, and they're getting to a point right now where like, who else are they gonna get, bro? I mean, Rabiot's going back to Juventus.
You're right.
Come on him too
It's
on a
getting
free.
bad. It's getting bad.
I mean, bro, is Christian Eriksen like? He's what, 33 years old? Like 32? He's not that old.
Part too.
But yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything about that, but still.
What's the reality? He's not a top shape dude. Like, if we're
who's the other
relying on him
midfielder?
to play 38 games.
The guy from Dutch league,
Casemiro?
Orkan.
I'm just kidding.
No, Orkan. The guy who just went to Benfica, Turkish lad.
What about him?
Orkan Korku, whatever. I mean, that was the guy that Manchester United really wanted, or was also on the list. He's gone. You know, like you're going to names. Like, where else are you gonna look at? You know,
this all
James Ward-Prowse.
This comes down to one thing. He's not. I mean, I wouldn't sign him, but he's not that bad. This comes down to one thing. Actually, we suck at set pieces too. Maybe you're onto something, Matt. You should be our scouting department.
I don't understand how you're terrible in set pieces, and you guys you have like Luke Shaw, Ericsson, Fernandez. How you guys terrible?
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw.
I mean, okay, on free kicks he's not bad. On corners, the corners are main.
Ericsson could whoop a ball in.
I don't know, but
from any angle.
Listen, this all comes down to one thing. That takeover needs to happen as soon as possible.
Oh,
It's bro.
What would you guys expect? Even if they took it over this summer.
No. If they took it over this summer, we can make signings, man. We don't have. Why would the Glazers
I don't think so.
spend
I don't
money?
think so.
Why would the Glazers spend money for a team they're gonna sell? That they're already selling, by the way. The bids are in.
Well, they have to improve.
If they
somewhat.
click accept.
And plus, good.
If they click accept, that bid's through. Boom. You bought the club. They could sell the entire players right now. What's not Saudi Arabia, Qatar. What's Qatar gonna do? We retract our bid. Too late, bro. I have it right here. Transfer. Boom. Accept. Game over. Like, what do you expect the Glazers to do? Spend money? Oh, and now we're in a matter where we can finally get rid of De Gea, right? Obviously, Ten Hag doesn't want him. He played the media like a stick, bro.
Yeah, but I think the communication with Ten Hag has definitely been wrong, right? Because the way you guys are going after players is like, okay, like it's here right now. Like you guys have the money to spend right now, and you guys are going for it next year. That's what like it feels like Ten Hag was told. Like Mount, okay, Harry Kane, okay, we're gonna go after these guys. Whatever you want, we're gonna go after these guys, and we'll spend the money to bring him here.
I don't think so, because who's that player from Atalanta that's really good? The striker. Hoyland.
Hoyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70 million.
Supposedly, Ten Hag had to go behind the club's back to facilitate a deal with the player and somewhat with the club because the player's agent is Ten Hag's agent. And the club's really
Yeah,
pissed off
same
about that.
agency.
So I think Ten Hag knows the situation. I just don't think there's anything he can do. So
Yeah, but like that's already a problem. Like why
yeah,
why is a coach going behind the back to attract a young talented striker for you? Like
bro,
what is so possibly
it's
wrong about
it's a
that?
shipwreck. I completely agree. I think this might be
Telling you, man.
one of the most terrifying summers in Man United history. This might be worse than the year we signed Lee Grant and fucking whoever the hell we signed, Van de Beek or whatever.
But
This might
just
be
go back. But just go back to like the most recent example of Chelsea. Like when they sold their club, right? Obviously with like totally different reasons, right? But
yeah.
when they sold their club, like did they? I think it was in January, right? When they sold their club.
No,
I don't remember,
no.
but
It was like
they
early
it was in
early
the summer.
summer, man. And then Bowley took over 2 months in, 2 months after, and signed the shitload of players.
Yeah, but he signed the players in January.
No, he didn't. He signed them in the summer. Actually, he might have signed a couple in January, but he signed a couple in the summer too. Yeah, bro. He instantly bought
Yeah, that makes
players.
no sense too. That makes no sense too, because he
He
came
bought the
out of
club
nowhere.
at the
Like
end
this
of
guitar
May.
thing has been going on for like 8 months.
He bought the club at the end of May.
At the end of May,
May 2022, and then he signed a bunch of players in the summer and a bunch of players in the winter because he had to split it up for FFP reasons. So
okay, but right now it's like unless you sell them like July 1st, like I don't know, and do Qatar come in with like because they have to have a totally new list right now, right? Like a whole new list of players that they want, maybe for like marketing reasons, right? Maybe that's why you bring in Neymar because
true,
it makes
true.
no sense why you would like why would you bring in Neymar unless he's because it's Neymar, big name Qatar, all that. So that could change everything. So it's like it still makes no sense because if they come in, then now you're restarting from everything. All those names go out. You just spent the entire summer fucking chasing down Mason Mount for no reason. Um, so I don't know
Bro, it's
unless
not
they
even the end of May
accept
yet.
the bid very soon. I know, but like July 1st, that's it. All the players are gonna
What?
be gone, my guy.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
July 1st, bro. Mason Mount deal was said, bro, by Fab has to be done in the next week. This is the week.
Okay, and then we
Has to
don't
be done
sign him.
this
We'll
week.
sign him for free next year. I'm not stressing
Yes,
over Mason
bro.
Mount. I don't see where he's gonna
And you're
play. You
also
know
gonna
what
get
he's
Harry
coming
Kane
in
free
for?
next.
He's coming in to fucking let Bruno Fernandes breathe a little. That's it. So
I don't know. He's probably a right winger at the moment, bro.
Bruno, okay, maybe that too, but Bruno Fernandes played 70 games last season. That's crazy. So
And it looked like it too. He was like going
any other
exhausted.
transfers? Forget the Man United shipwreck. We know that's horrible. Um,
Bayern Munich. Obviously the striker is a big topic. Harry Kane,
not
Colomani,
happening. Not
Victor
happening.
Osimhen.
Not happening.
That's what you say, bro. I don't listen
Who do you think you guys are gonna
with
sign?
this.
I want your genuine, most honest opinion right now. Who do you think you're gonna sign?
Well, like one of the board members, Uli, he's got like a big obsession with Colomani, a German guy who's already proved it in the Bundesliga. That's not German, but played
Typical,
in the Bundesliga, so he's proved it. So he's
typical
proved it in the
Bayern move too.
Bundesliga.
Stealing players from.
Oh, that's like Manchester City is about to sign like every bro Declan Rice,
I'm not a
Declan
Man
fucking
City
Rice is
fan,
about to
bro.
sign, bro. Jack Grealish, like what are we doing? You can do that all day. Fucking Barcelona signs Dani Alves from Sevilla, nothing, right? It's that's fine. It's all good. I think Harry Kane number one. It's like 50-50. Colomani number two. I'm not saying I want these guys in order, but I say what is likely
Yeah.
to happen. I think Harry Kane, Colomani, Osimhen, Dusan, and then probably Ramos, or Ramos and Hoyland as a split top five.
Ooh.
Um, I think if we get any of those front three, we're an immediate Champions League team. That I mean, like already. I mean last year, fucking lose to Man City, obviously, but still. Uh, what those, especially with Harry Kane, a guy who's in his prime right now. With Harry Kane, I think, yeah, like it's like Lewandowski never left. It's like you just keep going. So Harry Kane is the guy.
So
Considering his age, obviously,
no matter what, you guys
we're
are
gonna
signing a
get
striker. No matter what.
we're gonna get a top elite striker. I Thomas Tuchel, bro. Like he's got all these relationships with these players. Aubameyang in 2023. Listen, the guy wherever he goes scores goals unless it's for Chelsea. Barcelona scored goals. Arsenal scored goals. Dortmund scored goals. Fucking Milan scored goals. Guy scored goals wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But he's a guy that should be like fucking getting ready to go to Saudi Arabia. If you're gonna get Aubameyang, just fucking contact Firmino, see what he's doing. But I don't know. Or fucking Lukaku, he's on those level. We need a top striker. Osimhen was probably behind Haaland the best striker in the world last year. Harry Kane has been top 3 strikers in the world for the last 5 years.
Correct.
And Colomani, I think, when you look at him, he is the closest player to Mbappe. I'm not saying that he's on the same level. No. I said that Leroy Sané is the closest player to Cristiano Ronaldo back then because in terms of speed and power with both feet and dribbling and all that, when you put it all together, he's the closest player to Ronaldo. All that.
Okay.
Obviously, this doesn't mean that he's in the same level as Ronaldo. That's what I say about Colomani and Mbappe. A total game wrecker, right? He doesn't even need to score goals, obviously, but with Bayern you have to score goals. But he can just like create havoc wherever he goes on the wing, in the middle, get foul in the box. He just like creates havoc. Total game wrecker. So yeah. I also wouldn't mind a guy like Vlahovic from Juve. He's still 22 years old, and he's like a traditional number 9. So we would make it work.
It's a good gamble.
It's a good gamble, but the price too, like if they want like 70 million, I think yeah, like that's a price you would do for Dusan, considering everything. Maybe 65 plus add-ons.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good deal, bro. That's a great deal for Dusan.
He's not. I don't think he's worth 70 mil.
Bro, they bought him for 70 mil. Like they're not selling him for like, I mean, like same shit with the Lick. Like obviously Lick was very hyped up when he went to Juve, but they still sold him for the same price because he's a player like that.
True.
Yeah. So I think Bayern. It's kind of crazy because like we all have the same names on a transfer list. Bayern and Manchester United, Ten Hag. Soon at Munich.
Yeah. Mbappe, you want to talk about him real quick? I think Mbappe is going to be an interesting transfer to follow. I think no matter what, if he leaves PSG, he's going to Real Madrid, unless we get successfully bought by Qatar.
Oh my God,
then
bro. This is the thing that pissed me off.
There's a slight chance, very slight, very small. I don't think he's thinking about Man United at all. But if he can carry over his PSG contract terms to Manchester United for a year and then go to Real Madrid, I think.
But why would you want to become the new PSG? Like why would you want to become?
We don't need to become the new PSG. All we're doing is
extending. That's literally what we're gonna do.
No. We're simply extending Mbappe's contract through the country that's already paying him. Because either way, if he sits at PSG for a year taking that money, I'll do it. I don't care, bro.
Listen, bro. Honestly, we're just talking about nothing. Like he's obviously going to Real Madrid. Like, listen, I can like joke about the PowerPoint and all that. Shut your fucking mouth, bro. The guy is going to Real Madrid,
bro.
Obviously,
he's gonna give up.
Like, and he's also like 24. Like, it's like let's go to Real Madrid now.
You think he's gonna give up?
Let's spend 60
hundreds of millions of dollars to not wait a year for Real Madrid.
What are you talking about? Like he'll go to Real Madrid this summer or next summer.
Real Madrid's not splashing the cash for someone who will come next fucking window. Not only that, but
first of all, if he's free next summer, then you have so much more. Like obviously he gave his word to Florentino, but when he's free, then you have Manchester United, then you have Arsenal, Man City, all the teams in the world come for him, and then it's like this and that.
No,
get him now, bro. There's no other team right now that can even spend 200 million other than probably Real Madrid at this moment. I don't even know how.
What if he doesn't want to? What if he doesn't want to lose out on the money on the contract? Real Madrid can't pay him as much as Qatar will. That's a fact.
I don't understand what you're trying to say though. Like because he's gonna move to a new club that he can't have the same contract.
He can't. Real Madrid can't afford
it. Obviously.
So why would he give up that money? That's generational wealth. That's 100 million extra.
So he's gonna stay at PSG. And then, unless Manchester United get bought out by a Saudi Arabian owner or Qatar owner, right? Or unless he goes to Newcastle or Man City, he's not leaving PSG because that's that's the only teams he can go to.
This year.
You out of your fucking
This
mind, bro.
year.
Bro, he'll
Yes.
go, bro. That guy. If he goes to Real Madrid, he'll make very good money, bro. Very good money.
We're
So
talking about
I don't think he's got a
generational
problem.
wealth. I don't know, maybe.
He'll make 100. He'll make 100 million at Real Madrid a year.
Versus the
Everything,
300 plus he's probably getting paid by Qatar, bro.
and he's not winning anything. He's got no Champions Leagues. You know that,
Bro,
right? He's got a World Cup, but he's got no
okay,
Champions
he'll
League.
get them. He'll get
Best
them.
player in the world.
All he has to do is wait 1 year.
Haaland just won the Champions League, by the way.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if Manchester United come knocking on your door, hey, play for us for 1 year, we'll give you the money PSG gave you. Because we're the same people funding you. You're not going to go for a year to United and then bounce to Real Madrid? Hell yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
That's the only
like, why would you
scenario I think
want?
happens.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know. I
mind
mean,
that.
no. I think he's more likely to stay,
Really.
and then he'll probably, bro. He's
Test.
kind of like a rat, kind of like he'll promise the president, oh, like I'll talk about like an extra year, or if I stay, 50-50 that I'll stay for the extra year.
He's kind of a
He's
rat. That's
leaving,
funny.
bro. He's leaving. He'll take the money and he'll leave.
I
Yeah, but
say
that's pretty much with transfer news. A lot of
yeah.
shit going on though.
Mbappe, come to United and prove that you're better than Holland in the Prem. Do it. Uh, NBA. Let's talk about the NBA. Real quick, obviously, we missed out, sort of, on Denver winning
Another reason why T was not here.
yeah. Yo, he's missing out on a bunch of topics. Smart man. He knows when to use his absences properly. Denver won. Can't say we didn't expect it. Besides Tico, obviously. Can't say that
Well,
it's a shock. I was telling everyone.
looking back at it though, looking back at it, game three, or no, game four, game seven, they lost, and then obviously they lost in five, but whatever. But I told you if they want to have a chance to make it a series, they would have to win game two, or yeah,
Game 4.
game two.
No, game 2, yeah. You're
They
right.
did. Game four had no chance. It was a wrap. So Denver won the real game seven. It was over.
Yeah.
Obviously Jokic, first player ever to lead the entire playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. Not Will Chamberlain, not Michael Jordan, not LeBron James, not Steph Curry, not Magic Johnson,
Not Rajon Rondo.
Nikola Jokic, definitely not fucking Rajon Rondo, even on the Celtics.
My God.
Jokic solidified himself as the best player in the world. He said, "You can keep your MVP. I'll take the Finals MVP," which is tough. Jamal Murray, I think, solidified himself as the best Robin in the league. And now, I mean, I used to think for a long time, as long as they're healthy, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are the best duo, and they just got swept by Jamal Murray and obviously Jokic. So I think that's the best duo in the league right now. Great team. Mike Malone finally gets his championship. Denver gets their first championship. Yeah, I mean, it's great for them. They've been through a lot of shit. Denver, trading away Nurkic for a guy like Jokic, and then immediately a year after, you're like, wow, this kid is fucking for real. Getting better. Starts averaging 19, 11. You're like, wow, he's getting even better and better. And then he's like the MVP of the league. You're like, wow, he's probably one of the best European players of all time. And then now he's top 25 player of all time. Jokic's rise has been phenomenal. Murray coming after the ACL. It's just great shit for them. Got to be happy. On Miami side, obviously Jimmy Butler didn't have the best finals. But obviously what he did to get him there, he obviously warrants a lot of respect. I mean, and like just the entire Miami Heat for what they were in the regular season. I'm not gonna say it was a fluke or whatever it was, whatever. Like they got it done. The fact that they looked so bad in that regular season, and then did what they did in the playoffs, it just shows that I might not ever take the regular season serious ever again, bro. Ever again.
But we haven't
Because
been
Miami
taking
Heat,
it
like,
seriously.
I know,
I
but
mean,
like this
I
year, it's
haven't.
like what are we doing? What are we doing?
Bro, I
Like
have
that's
not.
crazy. And listen, bro, like they did have some historical performances, right, to beat certain teams, but still, like they were a joke in the regular season. To dominate the Eastern Conference the way they did. I mean, they should have beat Boston easier than they did, and then if they did that, then they pretty much ran through everybody in the East. I obviously asterisks with the Bucks, but that's not their problem. So
It's not, and
regular
it happens
season
too.
means nothing. Regular season means nothing. That's what the Miami Heat told everybody. Yeah.
And we talked about it. Should Dallas have taken the risk? Probably not,
No.
honestly.
Well, I
In
mean,
hindsight,
now in hindsight, yeah, Derek Lively,
what?
that's your pick, bro. Like, come on, that's their pick,
Like
Derek
considering
Lively.
their pick. Okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I
what do
don't.
we do? At least trade the pick, bro. Trade the pick and get a real fucking player, bro. Trade that pick. Uh, Throw in one other guy, and you got Clint Capella in your team. Like a real rebounder, a guy who's played for playoff teams and stuff like that. Great in the pick and roll, perfect sense. But
Trade for
you
John
take Derek
Collins.
Lively. Oh, I just don't understand. Whatever. And
It's
well, we're gonna get to that later, honestly. But if Kyrie doesn't come back, then I think the Mavs are like really, really like at a risk of losing. Like Luca will get the fuck out of there,
he's
bro.
gone, bro.
Like
Now
they,
Dallas might
bro,
be in the
if
worst situation
they're gonna be the
ever.
worst team in the league, if Kyrie don't come back, they're gonna sign Russell Westbrook or something like that, like I don't know, John Wall.
Bro, it
That's it.
doesn't
They're
matter
fucked,
who it
bro.
is. If it's not
No,
Kyrie,
I mean,
they messed
yeah,
up.
well, it has to be Kyrie.
It has to be because they look like a joke, bro. If that happens, you
Yeah.
trade for a guy, and then no, that would
And
be
and and that
horrific,
Brunson thing is still looking bad, bro. That
bro.
Brunson thing is so
Yo,
bad. So that's
going
like
back to
already.
it, I can't believe I never posted that clip, but you were spitting straight facts when it came to that, and I think I was disagreeing with you where you were like, Luca is gonna feel stupid that he didn't share the ball with Brunson as
Oh,
much
I
as he
told
should
you,
have.
bro. I told you.
Yeah,
Listen, I love watching Luca, but that brand of basketball is not sustainable to win. What we saw with James Harden, even LeBron James had to like team up with all time greats to fucking win with that kind of style.
nah, yeah,
So like dominating basketball, you need a guy like Jalen Brunson, especially in the clutch, a guy who can get buckets. You need a guy like Jalen Brunson, which Kyrie can do. Which why like they have to bring back Kyrie. And to your point, giving up what they did, your entire roster that made to the Western Conference Finals last year, plus a pick for a guy that is risky at best, you better bring him back, bro. And already like there's talks about giving him like a 3 year, 4 year contract. There's no like what other team is gonna give him a 4 year contract? So like you're just fighting with yourself. And now even if it works out for a year, like, do you trust Kyrie? And I love Kyrie, but do you trust Kyrie to be there for 3 years? Like 3 other years after that first year? No,
where does
especially with
he
that
even
kind of
stay
money.
that
Like,
long, bro? Besides his
oh
rookie fucking
man.
contract. So,
That's why I have a bold prediction, but we'll stick with those. Let's move on to NBA offseason though. Obviously, already big talks. We saw some trades go down. Um, let's start with the big trade. Actually, let's get to the NBA
are
draft
we? I
first.
was gonna say, are we gonna talk about the draft, bro? Let me get it
The
out.
draft. First of all, I was gonna say something about you, bro, and I'm not gonna let you come on here and then spew this nonsense about you being a Spurs fan. But that's not gonna happen. You you live in Brooklyn, New York, correct? Or in
Correct.
New York.
Correct.
I don't want to give your exact address. You live in New York, right?
Brooklyn's huge.
Close. How close? How long would it take you to get to the Barclays Center?
Very quick.
Very quick. That's a great answer. Exactly. If you were to tell me the
I
Knicks have
wasn't
the first
here.
pick, and
I
then
wasn't here. I was in
you
another
were in here,
state, bro. I agree,
mm,
100%. But I was
luck,
in another
you
state.
lucky rat, bro. Because I
Yo,
was gonna say that on draft night. I
but
was like, bro, I'm gonna destroy this kid, Yoni. If
bro,
you're gonna tell me that I'm a fan of a team that has the first pick overall, and we're gonna get a generation. I mean, obviously he hasn't played
what
yet,
difference would
but a
it have made if I
generational
was there?
talent. You have to be there, bro.
Bro,
Like you're never gonna go to a Spurs game.
yeah, I will. What the
Like,
hell? 100%. I'm buying the
all right, bro.
first
So
ticket
when
at
you're in
Barclays
San
Center.
Antonio, you let me know, bro.
I'll
You
go
let
to
me know
San
when you're in
Antonio
San
too, bro.
Antonio.
I'm gonna go during the Fiesta season and put on that Fiesta jersey that's fucking fire and shake Wembenyama's hand, bro. He's active.
The big old fat woman in San Antonio. Yep.
Yo, we don't have a Charles Barkley clout to be saying stuff like
Yeah.
that. But nah, listen, I agree with you. I would have went if I was here. I mean, I don't even know how the ticket thing works or whatever, but if I was in New York, I would have been there. Even though I think it's like whatever. Oh wow. Ooh. Fucking we knew we were gonna pick him. It's not like some crazy thing where there's three
Obviously.
great picks on the board. Like yo, if it was that Trae Young, Luka Doncic year, where it's like yo, you could get Trae Young or Luka Doncic, they're all fucking great players. They've whoever the fuck. Like that's a draft you go to because A, you'll be shocked, right? You'll be like, holy shit, like we picked the person
Yeah,
I
but if you were
wanted.
to tell Cavs fans, right, that like you have a chance to go see LeBron in hindsight, they'd be like, yeah, of course. Like this guy is like to see him get drafted for our team, gotta be there. Obviously, you were in the state. I didn't know.
I got a
Happens, whatever.
pass. Yes.
But my God, bro, I was going to attack you, bro, assault you
I
if
survived. I'm
yeah.
happy.
But obviously, Wemby goes first to the Spurs. Fucking enough said about that. Number two, Brandon Miller goes to the Hornets. Um, Listen, I think like the guy is like he's a bucket getter. I mean, bro, like there's really nobody else. I would have took one of those Thompson twins. I love that kid, Amen Thompson, bro. Oh, big fan of him,
The
bro.
guy, the
Just
the
one in Houston,
oh yeah, yeah.
Amen
Wait,
Thompson.
didn't
Yeah, but
okay. Who did the
yeah,
who did the Trailblazers draft?
Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson. I mean,
Oh,
I
they
love
took
Scoot. I think
Henderson.
Scoot
Okay. The double
Scoot
zero
Henderson is
team.
probably the second best player in the draft. But like considering they have LaMelo already, I don't know. I mean, I'm a Trailblazers fucking took him with Damian Lillard on the team. So whatever. I thought the draft was good. It's like on draft night, like you can't like it's honestly just looking at these guys, you're like wow, like they're all gonna be good. They're all gonna find a way and stuff like that. But after draft night, kind of allowed to shit on them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Orlando. I like Anthony Black, but like he kind of reminds me of. I mean, like he's a 6'7" guard. They already have Suggs, who's not really a shooter, so he kind of has to play big, like rebound the ball, mid range shots, stuff like that. Um, Cole Anthony, kind of the same thing as Jalen Suggs, all around guy. Can't really shoot the ball. Anthony Black can't really shoot the ball, so like you're a point guard in the NBA has to shoot the basketball. Um, I would have like I don't know, like just trade the pick. If there's nobody there, just trade the pick. Especially if you have 11, and 11 too, they fucked up. Bro, 11. If you have a chance to get Franz Wagner and the kid that went to Toronto, what's his name? Fucking Grady Dick, whatever. It's crazy
Whoa.
to say in an NBA game.
Whoa.
Grady
I'm
Dick,
buying his jersey. If we ever do it in
bro.
person, that shit's
They're
hanging in
saying
the
that he's the
background.
best. They're saying that he's the best shooter in the draft, right? And Franz Wagner with him and Banchero with Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, Carter. That's a solid roster right there. You know what I'm saying? Getting better and better. Anthony Black, whatever. We'll see what happens. And 11, I think they took the Jawan Howard's son, who a lot of people said that was a reach. We'll see what happens. Yeah. The twins, I love them both. I think they're fucking both gonna be great. School, I love as well. Yeah. Like obviously with the Knicks not having a top 10 pick, like you're not as like heavily invested into it, but still, it was a great
It
draft.
wasn't that crazy of a selection anyway. Like, I mean, there's a couple great players. You have one, obviously Wembanyama. Like, I feel like Wembanyama is the highlight of this draft, and then
Of
everything
course.
after him is whatever. Besides like Scoot, because it wasn't that crazy of a selection. But we'll see.
Well, I
It's
mean,
it's
bro,
it's
like
these types
two
of
brothers
drafts,
going
bro.
back to back, that was absurd.
Listen,
Two brothers going back to back.
it's these types of drafts that produce like crazy talent sometimes, bro. Because like you'll go back to what I said, the Luka Doncic, Trey Young. Who else was it? It was DeAndre Ayton. It was
Jaren Jackson Jr., I
Jaren
think, was in
Jackson
that draft.
Jr. That's on paper. Whoa, and then Trey Young is good, but come on, I mean
Nah, he's good.
Luka Doncic is generational talent, obviously. DeAndre Ayton is trash. But
I mean, like
he's not he's
can't call
not
him a bust.
he's not a number one pick though.
No, of
Let's be
course,
honest.
especially in that draft.
So
But yeah, whatever. It was a
um
good draft.
listen, I don't mind, bro. Now we the Spurs have to get either a really good point guard in or a solid veteran. I mean, it's tough, bro. It's tough. We have some decent point guards, but nothing that can win you a championship. You need to get Wembanyama,
Your point guard at the moment is Trey Jones.
Trey Jones.
Wow.
He's not bad, but like,
He's a great backup.
yeah, exactly. You can't tell Wembanyama go win a championship with Trey Jones. It's not
No,
happening.
no. I mean, bro, like they're not gonna go for a championship the first year, obviously.
They're not. But
I think listen, because he's gonna be like rather cheap in the next 4 years, kind of like the quarterback in the NFL. Maybe if you believe that he's like that, like bro, like they're saying by his third NBA season that he's gonna be the best player in the world. So like, why not? Why not?
I think we should
Like they
go
have
for
cap space. I think, bro. I'm not saying go get James Harden, but
no, hell no, hell no.
like obviously I would love fucking Josh Hart back in the Knicks, but Josh Hart can
Uh,
help that team. Josh Hart can help that team a lot. And then you get a guy like I was gonna say Russell Westbrook, but like
I
that's
don't
kind of
mind Russell
dangerous.
Westbrook. No,
Well, I
I
would
think
have
Russell Westbrook would
Chris
be great.
Paul on the Spurs would have been perfect. Chris Paul on the Spurs, perfect.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
he
it
will
would have.
get Wemby.
I
But like
hate,
obviously that's not gonna
I
happen.
hate Chris Paul, but that would have
You
been
hate
good.
oh yeah, Rondo.
You got to remember though, like, dude, I really think maybe we're not championship material this year, but we're deep playoffs material for sure, bro. Wembenyama,
Yeah, I don't
we
know
have
about
Keldon
that,
Johnson.
bro.
Keldon Johnson is
They
fucking
they
good.
play smart. They have a great coach. But like the
S-
West is tough, you know.
Socon is good. Socon is good, bro. That
But the Thunder, like the Thunder, are way better than the Spurs.
well, I said
And the
last
Thunder
year
are
that
not
I
even
think
in the playoffs.
I said last year that I think, well, this season that I think next season the Thunder are the sleeper pick. And if we ever do a preseason, well, when we eventually do the preseason video, I'm telling you, bro, I might just
That's
say
what you said for
OKC
last
win
year.
it. No, I said, wait, what?
You said OKC were the sleeper for
No,
for
the
last year
coming
coming
year.
into the season.
The year coming now. I think OKC will be the
Yeah,
sleeper
okay.
team. Yeah. What else? On the off season, Damian Lillard. Are we talking about him without Tico
I,
here?
yeah, yeah. I guess we can get to him, but first let's get to the first trades. KP obviously heading to. Oh, actually,
Oh, yes.
Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal. Let's
Oh
talk about that. Bradley
yes.
Beal. uh,
We mentioned Chris
obviously
Paul.
goes to the Suns for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and like 67 second round picks. I don't know. It was listen, bro. Like what we're seeing in the last couple of days, right? With these trades, with these players, John Collins, stuff like that. These bad contracts in the NBA, bro. Like we used to talk about it, like, oh yeah, it's a bad contract. No, no, no. The general managers and the NBA are like, bro, that's a terrible contract. It's worth nothing. I don't care if you're a potential future Hall of Fame player. Like Bradley Beal might get some Hall of Fame votes, or maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, whatever. Great scorer and stuff like that. You're worth nothing. You're worth Chris Paul, who is could get bought out, whatever. I mean, he did get bought out. I know, I actually got traded, but obviously with the Warriors, we don't know if he's gonna get bought out and stuff like that. I think he's gonna stay. Um,
Yeah.
and Landry Shamet and a couple of second round picks. It's nothing that like you would expect for a star player or like a very good player in the NBA. And what we saw with John Collins today, Rudy Gay, who's 37 years old. I thought he retired already like this summer. And a second round pick for John Collins, bro. John
That's an
Collins was
insane trade.
but like it's because the contract, bro.
Yeah.
70 he's got $75 million left on his deal. Like the Hawks don't want to pay that. And they have to pay Murray this summer, I think. And obviously Trey's contract is not looking great right now. And I think they paid DeAndre Hunter. Um, so yeah, like they especially with that new CBA or like for collective bargaining, like it's gonna kill teams like that. So yeah, John Collins' deal just shows that if you have a bad contract, like it's not crazy, but like oh all right, so like one guy with a bad contract right now, I can't think of anybody right now. Who has a bad contract in the NBA? Trying to think of a guy.
Besides John Collins,
Nah, there's a lot of guys who have bad contracts. I can't think of
Julius
anyone.
Randle.
Nah, he's
Trash.
actually on a pretty good deal.
Uh,
Let me see. Oh, like Karl Anthony Towns, right? Terrible contract. Terrible contract.
full
Cat.
circle. What do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
He changed the game.
He's an all-time great Tim Duncan like player. Yes, we get it. But he's getting $60 million in 2027. It's already terrible. Like, and it's not even 2027 yet. So he will go for like if the Bulls want to make a trade, Alex Caruso, Kobe White, and maybe a first round pick, or maybe a couple second round picks. That gets it done.
That's a good trade.
That's a get.
That's a pretty
That
heavy
gets it
trade.
done. that gets it. I mean, Kobe White. I mean, Alex Caruso is a winning player, and you get if you're lucky, you get a first round pick. Yeah, like that's Karl Anthony Towns. A game changing NBA player, all time great player, right? Come on,
If
like,
I'm
but still,
Minnesota, I'd take that trade ASAP, bro. You're
of
bugging
course
out.
they would, yeah, of course. Which I'm telling you, which shows you that these all star players with their contracts mean nothing, bro. Mean nothing.
All time
They
great.
can get shipped out for nothing. Also with Washington, they weren't done there. They tried to trade KP to the Celtics first. Didn't work out. Then they tried it again. Then they got Marcus Smart traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. In total, it's Marcus Morris from the Clippers, going to the Wizards. I think was it like that? No, I don't think so. No, that was the first trade. It's trade Tyus Jones, two first round picks, by the way, going to the Celtics. Can you imagine that? The Celtics got the best player and two first round picks. You know that, right?
Celtics have a good amount of picks, don't they? For the next couple of years.
Celtics got Kristaps Porzingis and two first round picks, and they let go of Marcus Morris, who I said, listen, I was on here every single time and telling people that him and Drew Holiday this season are very overrated defenders. Like everybody, every time I see them, they're getting lit up by 30 points. This season, you can ask any Celtic fan, he was the third best point guard on his own team, behind fucking Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon. Just a fact, not even close. He was the third best point guard on his own team, right? This is last year won Defensive Player of the Year, right? And now the Grizzlies have two, I think, back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years, unless Jackson didn't win. Yeah, I think he did fucking win it. So now they have two back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years, right? It looks good on paper and stuff like that. Obviously, with John Moran out, works out, and he's like a great guy to have in the locker room. But the Celtics get Kristaps Porzingis, who kind of fits exactly what they're doing, shoots threes, and stuff like that, and they get two first round picks. Great deal for them. Again, Washington gets really back in nothing in return. Nothing in return. Like you're getting back what? Tyus Jones, a great backup point guard. Like, he's a guy that should be on a contending team. That's the player he is. But yeah. So obviously, and then they use Chris Paul to trade for Jordan Poole, which gets even funnier because Jordan Poole is probably one of the worst contracts in the NBA right now. We just saw right now why just went for a 37-year-old Chris Paul. Makes absolutely no sense. So yeah,
Listen,
Washington, they have it's a fun team, like, right, because now it's like they are officially starting from scratch.
that's a
So if you're a
rebuild.
fan,
I think
yeah, that's a
their
rebuild.
longest lasting players of
This is
DI.
like shades of like
So
who?
of DI, Denny
FDI.
of DI, of
Oh,
DI,
then you have
Denny
to.
of
Oh,
DI,
yeah. Is he?
A V
Nah, I
D
think
I
I
J
think Daniel.
A.
I think Daniel Glafford or whatever his name is.
No,
He might
bro.
be the longest.
I'm telling you, it's him.
No, no
If
way.
my sources, Bleacher Report, are correct, or whoever the fuck it was. But
He probably is, unless like I mean, Taj Gibson has more years as Wizards, but I don't know if it's him.
yeah.
But
Denny of
anyways,
DI.
yeah. Let's but yeah, that's pretty much obviously with Damian Lillard. He's gonna be I'm kind of getting tired of that, bro. It's like just let's say you want to get traded. I'm tired of that shit. And if he goes to Miami, are we all shocked? No. If he goes to another team, then we'll be shocked. That's
I'll
kind
be
of what I
shocked if
want
he
to
goes
get.
to Miami because who the fuck are Miami
No,
offering
that's
for
the
him?
only team. Well, he's not on the greatest contract. Yeah, he's a great player, but he's not on the greatest contract. I'm kind of like like, are we gonna see a trade like Kevin Durant, where it's like 4 first round picks, a future All Star pick, player like Mikal Bridges, and a role player? That's like a haul that Brooklyn got right now, especially in hindsight.
Okay, hold up.
I think now looking back at it, I think those trades are like done. Like teams are gonna be very hesitant. You
Who do
know,
you add? Who as Miami do you offer to the Trailblazers? Harrow
I
can go,
do
but Harrow's on a
I
bad
do
contract
this
too,
and.
right?
And this, yeah, I mean, like what, like 30 million, 25 million a year for 5 years. I just about to kick in this year, I think.
He's
So
on a pretty bad
I think
contract.
I made a trade. I made a trade before. Yeah, let me see right. Look, and this fits like cap wise and everything. Like this could happen. I
You
would
got
do
the ESPN app.
Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, right? Which was like
Whoa,
he could be a backup center. His contract is not great, but if you're gonna go for it, go for it all the way, right?
he's good.
And he could play backup. And when healthy, he's a solid NBA center. But the contract is not great. $17 million, 3 more years left on that deal. Obviously, you get Dame though. You get Dame. You would send back Kyle Lowry, who's got $30 million left on his deal. 30 million, right? Not great. Terrible actually. And Tyler Hero, who's at $27 million a year for 4 more years. And then you would send back a young player, Nikola Jovic,
Jovic.
20 years old, and then you would
Okay.
send him 2 first round picks, right? That gets the deal done. You get a young player like Tyler Hero, right? Who's a good young player. You get Kyle Lowry, who can play point guard for a year, and then you get 30 million off the books, right? Great veteran and everything, can still play basketball. You get a young player that I guess you can kind of get excited about. He's still 20 years old. We don't really know, and they get 2 first round picks for a guy who's like there's not many teams that he could go to. You want to do right by him. If he says he wants to go to Miami, then you want to send him to Miami. Um, and then you get 2 first round picks. I mean, this is a great deal. And his
That's a
contract,
great
like,
deal.
listen,
I
he's getting
like
paid like
that
60
trade.
million in a couple of years. That's a great trade.
I think that's a
Kyle Lowry,
fantastic
Kyle
trade for
Lowry,
both sides.
again, Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, right? To Miami for Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, 2 first round picks. And it works out cap wise and everything. Yeah, why not?
That's not only a fantastic trade,
And
both sides
and
win.
Miami's stacked. Miami
Miami
still
Miami goes
has
to the finals
Jimmy,
again.
Bam, Dame, Nurkic. That's four
That's a
guys right there,
finals
and
team.
you still get to keep. I mean, if they are able to keep guys like Gabe
Kevin
Vincent and
Love,
Max Strus,
Duncan
Kevin
Robinson,
Love,
who's
Kevin. I mean, Duncan
getting that
Robinson's
contract.
there. He'll be there. Oh yeah, yep. That's that's a good trade for them. The thing I want to bring up is a bold prediction that if you were to go to another team in the Eastern Conference and what that would do. I mean, like you're talking about a team right now, right? Who's kind of looked at a contender, but like you never really take him serious, right? And that's Philadelphia. Because listen, I understand that, and honestly, if their front office goes to Dame, yeah, we know you want to go to Miami, that's your first choice, right? But you're going to Philly, right? Which is not bad. You're gonna play with Joel Embiid, maybe even Harden's on that roster, right? And then they're gonna offer us Tyrese Maxey over Tyler Hero, and we prefer Tyrese Maxey for obvious reasons right now, because Maxey, from what he's shown, could be a better player. Maxey and School going forward, that's a fun little backcourt. Short as hell, but fun little backcourt. Yeah, so you're like, yeah, we prefer Tyrese Maxey, and they're gonna give us maybe Harris or something like that, whatever. Maybe even a first round pick. I don't even know if they have first round picks, but whatever. If he goes to Philadelphia, you put Damian Lillard and Joel Embiid. Bro, I was watching Damian Lillard like against the Nuggets, right, in a regular season game. Guy's unbelievable.
He's a great
He's that
player.
ass unbelievable. He's a fucking unbelievable player. He's a great player, bro. Him and Joel Embiid. I don't even care if they have Harden or not. Him and Joel Embiid, and then you build around that. That's that's two guys that can like that's a real duo right there. So that's one of my bold predictions. For the summer. I got four more if you want to listen to them.
I mean, listen. I don't know though because I
You don't
doubt
think if you
Dame would
go?
go anywhere besides Miami, bro.
I don't think he's got like an agreement. Like, yeah, Bam's his boy. Everybody has boys around the league, bro. But like, listen, like
That's such a waste though.
Philadelphia.
I don't think
You're
Philadelphia
talking about,
is ready to win a championship as much as Miami. As much as the trade you presented.
bro,
I don't think so.
bro.
I completely don't think so.
Miami were 4 minutes away from like not even getting this run.
Doesn't
Like
matter. I think
Philadelphia. I think with Dame, yeah, that's a totally bro. He's like a legit superstar right there. You know what I'm
he
saying? And,
is.
and not to say James Harden or Embiid isn't, but James Harden is not the same player he used to be. And Joel Embiid needs that guy, especially in the playoffs, because Joel Embiid doesn't play like himself in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If he's injured or whatever it is, he doesn't play. Lillard he will show up in the playoffs every single time, but that's a real threat. That's a real threat. Yeah. Let me just give you four more. Draymond leaves the Warriors. I think Draymond gets a contract somewhere else, and the Warriors don't match it
It's not
because
that
it's
crazy.
just too much for them.
Okay.
I think a team like Sacramento, maybe a team like Dallas, if they find a way to get some cap
Lakers.
space, that's impossible. I almost said like go of like Pochemera, Reeves, stuff like that. I don't know. Even I don't know if the Knicks, Draymond, I'll take fucking Draymond on the Knicks, bro. Crazy. Or Dante fucking DiVincenzo, my guy, Villanova. I'll take him too. Yeah. So I think Draymond leaves the Warriors, or the Warriors say goodbye to Draymond, however you want to phrase it. Another bold prediction: Knicks keep Julius Randle and
Boo.
still acquire another All Star. So I'm not saying they're gonna get somebody fantastic. Maybe a guy like Levine, DeMar, Paul George, but they still keep Randle on the team,
Reynolds
which
stinks.
that's the bold prediction. Um,
That's
Austin Reeves gets over $50 million in free agency. Gets over 50 million. That's a bold prediction.
that's a
Which is not
lot
which
of
is not
money.
that bold.
Well, for how many years?
He'll get like bro. He could get like 4 years.
That's not bad. That's a decent
4 years,
contract.
60 million.
That's not
Four
bad.
years, 60 million.
That's okay.
$15 million a year.
That's not
That's
crazy money.
in today's NBA. That's great. I mean, but I'm just looking at it because like Jalen Brunson's got 4 years, 109, right? And he's kind of like a similar player coming up. Like obviously, like Brunson,
Bro,
what he's done this year is
I
like,
would
oh,
pay
now
that
it's
for
different.
Austin Reeves right away. That's
Yeah,
good
four
money
years,
in today's.
60. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 years, 60. Yeah, I would do it. But that's what I'm saying. Like people don't expect Austin Reeves to get that kind of money. I think a
Um,
guy like Kyle Kuzma is gonna shock a lot of players too. Because he's like, bro, like when you think about Kyle Kuzma, you're like, yeah, 18-8 on a bad team, but like he'll get $20 million a year.
a year?
My last one, my last one is Kyrie signs with the Lakers on a minimum.
Kyrie.
Kyrie fucks over Dallas and signs with the Lakers on a
Oh
minimum.
my
Says
God.
says I'm gonna stick you guys. We keep Reeves and all these boys, and we got LeBron. Crazy. The Lakers will automatically be the favorite, obviously.
So you're
And
telling me we got a Lakers Miami Heat final next season? Lock it in. I'm
oh
going
yeah,
on
I mean
FanDuel right
Dame.
now.
Unless the Knicks get
The Knicks are not doing
Zion
shit,
Williamson.
bro.
Also,
We're
like
gonna who?
get Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson.
Oh, I hope. My prophecy, I needed to come true, bro. I needed to come
It's
true.
closer than bro. We always say it's closer than ever. And we say it every summer. But I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously fine with, like if it doesn't happen. Like we're not even like linked to him at all. Like no talks with him.
Where does that
It's
chick
like
live? What's her name again? The
once I don't know something Mills.
Yeah. Where does she live?
She got his. I don't know if that's real, but she got his
Face
face
his name tatted.
his
Name tatted on her
tattoo on his
face.
face. That's crazy,
That's
bro.
insane.
Absolutely no respect for yourself, bro. Really like an absolute like she's like a psychopath to do that, bro.
Yo,
Doesn't care about you at all. And you tag.
honestly, maybe we should have her on the podcast. Talk about Zion.
Never in my life, bro. Stuff for the law, bro. Okay, let's move on.
Are we going to UFC now? Are we going to UFC?
Yeah, we
That's
can just
not
recap some UFC.
our prospect of the year in 2021 or 2022.
Cool.
Getting it done.
Oh yeah.
He was. Oh, listen, bro. Just
Yeah, we
listen
were
to
big, but I
SGS,
mean,
bro.
like we were always locked in.
Yeah.
UFC were like as locked in as any podcast in the world.
This guy's a monster. I mean, bro, I would say this year, 2 years ago was him. Last year it's probably Umar Nurmagomedov, he's gonna get it done, bro, against what's his face. I forgot
Corey,
his name.
that's a fucking insane fight.
Yeah,
Corey Sandhagen,
Corey Sandhagen.
that's an insane fight, bro.
Which
I hate that. Oh my guys.
Yeah, shout out Corey Sandhagen. He was one of the first people to like view our story. But Umar's gonna get it done. But yeah, let's talk about
I
that.
always said, yeah. What about what?
The
Oh,
Topuria
289.
fight. Yeah, Verzemet.
Oh no, I was gonna get to 289. Yeah, whatever. It was like Nunez versus fucking. I mean, the only thing that I
Oh,
talk about. I think Oliveira finished fucking
oh,
Dariush. So big respect there. Big respect.
we all thought
Obviously.
Dariush should win. So
Well, I mean, Dariush obviously shit himself. Like terrible performance, awful performance. But Oliveira took advantage and he knocked out Dariush, a guy who's on an 8-fight winning streak. So took all that momentum and now he's in pole position to get that rematch. Yep.
Ooh, Makeba.
Let's go to Brazil and do that. Let's go to Brazil and do that.
Yo,
But yeah, let's go.
Oliveira versus Makhachev in Brazil. We need that. I need that. Makhachev wins again, but bro, that is fantastic. That is pay-per-view draw
in
right
a
there.
stadium, in a soccer stadium, bro.
Oh my God, man. They need to make it happen. Dana White needs to make shit happen, bro. Forget Zuckerberg versus Musk.
You do
Make
like
these.
Hamza versus Pereira as a co-main event.
Oh,
Alex Pereira.
bro.
Mm.
I miss UFC. UFC used to be top
Not still
product.
elite, but it has been a as elite. That definitely in the last like I told you guys 7 weeks, 8 weeks has been awful. But
Terrible.
yeah, but that main event this past Saturday, Ilia Topuria versus Josh Emmett. Uh, Topuria just pieced him up. Emmett, oh my god, just with the jab, phenomenal boxing. Uh, devastating calf kicks. The guy's got it all. He can wrestle as well. That's what people forget. This guy is not even a boxer. Like he's known for on the ground, subbing people. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. Like, and he's like got insane hands. I think there's a lot of fights to make with fucking Topuria here. Arnold Allen, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, winner of Yair and Alex, obviously, for the belt. A lot of guys. For me, you don't fight for the belt until you beat Max. That's it. So, considering the fact that all those guys are booked except for Arnold Allen, you do Arnold Allen. And I would have said you do Cater, but Allen obviously got the win over Cater, and it was obviously that knee injury, whatever it was. Unfortunate, but yeah, I would do Allen versus Ilia Topuria. That's an insane fight. Um, I would love to see Danny in there as well. Oof, two guys who throw hands. Yeah, I think Topuria is like he is legit. He's the real deal. After what
He's
he did to Bryce Mitchell, I was like, yeah, this dude is for real. He just beat up my guy like very bad,
I
very very bad.
bro. Topuria is next to the title, in my opinion. I
You,
think.
you
I
think he has a chance of beating Volk? Because Volk,
no, 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 no. Not at all. I honestly
not at
think.
all.
I think there's no chance he beats Volk. Nobody in this division beats
That
Volk.
fight against Yair is so intriguing because like Yair is gonna like he's gonna Yair is like one of the scariest fighters in the world for me. Like
Bro,
he's
I want you to tell me
everything
honestly.
is pain.
Can
Everything is
you
pain with
can
him.
you imagine Volkanovski losing a fight at
Yes.
145? At
Oh, I
145.
was about to say we just watched him lose
No,
for
at
4 rounds.
145. I had to make sure to put that in there. At 145, I can't
Yes,
imagine.
I mean Max was right there. He's been on the floor a couple times. Is he unbeatable? I think right now we're seeing a guy who literally like he's just like a stud. Like he gets better every fight. We're just seeing a
Yes,
guy confidence and confidence and confidence. But all that is like I'm not saying it's fake, but like one punch and it's all gone, and that can happen.
true.
So like especially with Ilya, Ilya is like for real. I'm not saying he could be like Volk right now is a clear favorite, obviously. Uh, I think with those kicks, like that's gonna be trouble. Obviously, the boxing is gonna be great to see. But yeah, Holloway could have probably beat him once, maybe, and he's been on the floor many times. Well, not many times, but he's on the floor. He's beatable. He's just very, very good, and he's like in form. Like that's what he's
Yeah,
in
he's definitely
tremendous
in
form.
form, but
He's in peak shape, mentally, physically, everything.
I can't imagine anyone beating him, bro. That's why I even think the fact that you think
Yeah,
Topuria has to go through Max Holloway. I hate his name. I can't say it. Has to go through Max Holloway first. Like that's just a waste. First of all, I think Max. That's a good fight.
oh, what a fight that is!
That's a great fight.
A lot of great.
I
Arnold
think
Allen versus Topuria is an insane fight.
I think you let him fight for the title. If he loses, let him fight Max, which he
No,
will
it makes no
lose.
sense at all.
Why? Why?
No, it makes no sense at all.
Why?
Makes no sense at
You
all.
can't fight him versus Max because it's a fight where you say, all right, here's the stipulation. If he wins, he gets to fight for the title. But Max, if you win, I mean, you already lost to Volk
If
multiple
Max goes in
times.
there and knocks out Topuria in the first round, he gets the title shot. Doesn't matter.
And for what purpose, though? It's useless.
That's what it is, bro. If he's second best fucking featherweight in the world, then he's gonna stay the second best featherweight in the world. I think somebody just called me.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, great fight. Topuria's up next. That we can definitely agree on. And,
100%.
we got Strickland versus Magomed. I think is his name. Abu
Strickland
Magomed.
isn't
Strickland.
who was it? Alex Pereira is learning English from Strickland.
Yeah, that's a weird. I don't know what's going on. MMA guys are so weird. So weird. Grown men
So
doing this kind of
funny,
stuff.
bro.
Like Paulo Costa, bro. Paulo Costa's a grown man. You know he's like 30 years old and he does what he does.
I love
Paulo
Paulo
Costa.
Costa. Don't disrespect Paulo Costa. Yo, remember what he said to us?
I want a rematch.
No, remember what he said to us? I was like, yo, Paulo, join
I
our
disapprove.
podcast. Join our
Yeah.
podcast. He goes, where are you? I was like, on Zoom. He goes, no, can't do that.
No,
He's
guy's
hilarious,
fucking,
bro. I fucking love Paulo
he's such
Costa.
a Chad. That's what he is. He's a Chad.
We need to know what's in that secret juice, bro. He needs to come on our podcast and talk about it. We'll do a whole episode of nutrition, bro.
Skinny Claw Lasagna.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. UFC's been so shit lately. It's like
It's been absolutely horrible, bro. But
I
boxing, we have some insane boxing in July.
we do,
Obviously, the
we
biggest
do.
fight of the year, Crawford versus Spence. So that's what I'm really looking. I'm targeting.
That's
And
mad.
obviously, if and like I'm watching this tough thing going down, but it's like kind of ruin everything that like you're starting to hear things that like Connor's not gonna fight it. So
Yeah, it's useless. I haven't tuned in because I know it's not gonna happen.
no, it's really like Connor is at an all time hilarious. The guy's on
Is he
absolute
actually?
like
I
18
need to
different
stop
types of
watching.
drugs, bro. Bro, the guy's on eight like he's too bro. He's on edge, like about to fucking like flip out. The guy,
Bro,
he's too funny,
the ultimate
and it's great. It's
fighter,
going down. I love Michael
when
Chandler,
you
great
know the
guy.
two coaches aren't gonna fight, like it's pretty whack.
I know,
It's pretty
but I
whack.
mean like Faber versus McGregor was great.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't fight,
that's true. That's true. Connor's just the entertainment value all around.
and he could fight. Like he
No,
could fight.
not this year though.
He said he wants to fight.
Not this
He,
year.
he wants to fight this year.
He didn't enter
Why
the
not this
testing
year?
pool. He didn't enter the testing pool.
Yeah, he's got to do it 6 months before. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean, like you got to do it right now if you want
No,
to fight
it's
in
done.
December,
He
December
missed
18th.
it. I'm pretty sure he missed it. So
Did he?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he missed it. It was like a week ago. He had a day to
Well, I
enter.
mean, bro, Brock Lesnar fought with like 5 days before that shit, bro. Like
I don't know.
they don't give a shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think anything else to cover. Anything on the top of your mind that we need to cover? That's all for today's episode. Hopefully next time, we'll be back with Tiku tuned in, and yo, we will press him about Miami Heat losing the finals. Don't worry. Don't think because it's way out of the date. We're not gonna harass him for like the rest of the game.
He's such a coward, that guy, bro. We don't.
He couldn't make it because he couldn't make it. Right? We gotta tell the truth. He hates that Man City won the treble. Sources. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.